Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and hi if you're new, I'm Alyssa, and today I'm going to be showing you my fragrance collection. So these are all the perfumes that I own. I'm going to go through each one super quick, and I'm going to give you the key notes that the fragrance has just so you can see what kind of fragrances I go for. So let's jump right into the video. Up first, we have DELINA Exclusive from Perfumes de Marly, and this is probably my most expensive fragrance that I own. So definitely, if you want this perfume, wait for Nordstrom to have them go on sale. But you really smell the lychee and the rose and kind of like the amber woody notes in this perfume. Those really come out, as well as the incense, but it's just a very soft, feminine, but lightly floral and sweet scent. It's definitely complex, and I love this for date nights and anytime I want to feel flirty and feminine. This is the perfect scent for those occasions. Up next is the newest perfume to my collection. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, by the way. It's from Louis Vuitton, and the notes in this are so sexy and sultry. They're honestly delicious. It's a sweet perfume, but it has a lot of depth to it because of the patchouli in it. The last perfume I mentioned, the DELINA one, that one's a little bit softer and creamier than this perfume, but both are great options, except the Louis one is at a slightly cheaper price point. The next scent I have is Love Don't Be Shy by KILIAN, and it's a very sweet, marshmallowy, orange blossomy scent. Those really come through. Unfortunately, there is that civet note in the base that makes it like low-key spicy, and definitely look into civet. It's like a weird note. I feel like this perfume would be perfect without it, but the dry down leans more marshmallowy on me. The civet kind of goes away a little bit, as well as the orange blossom, so that's good. But it's a really lovely, feminine, and sweet fragrance. Up next is another KILIAN perfume. It's called Angel Share, and it is definitely, I call it like a boozy apple pie fragrance, but you're really getting that praline on the dry down, but the top note is definitely more of a cognac scent that's a little bit cinnamony, a little bit spicy, but the dry down on this is absolutely amazing. It's so delicious. This fragrance is also more of a winter fall fragrance, and it's like pretty heavy, but still it's a great gourmand to have on hand. Up next, we have Montal's Sweet Vanilla. The notes in this are pretty basic. It's just vanilla and apricot. I really thoroughly enjoy this perfume. It's definitely very simple and basic. The dry down, you do just get a sweet vanilla, and the apricot kind of goes away, but the apricot is prominent on the top note. I will say though that this doesn't last crazy long on me, and it's very pricey for some reason. I do like the bottle though, because it is a little bit heat and light resistant, so your perfume will last longer. But for the price point, I think there's other vanillas out there that will give you better longevity and are at a more affordable price point. Up next, we have VIKTOR&ROLF's Bon Bon perfume. This is one of my favorite perfumes. I've worn this on so many date nights that I just correlate this scent with really fun date nights that I had in Orlando. So it's caramely, it's ambery, it has that peach in it and that orange that make it seem kind of fruity, but in such a delicious, sultry way. I highly recommend this one. This is the second Montal Paris fragrance that I own. It's the vanilla cake perfume. You definitely are getting strong meringue and milk and caramel notes. It's absolutely delicious and so gourmand. Very sweet, so this perfume isn't for everybody, and I don't wear it all the time, but when I'm in a gourmand mood, this is absolutely perfect, and it lasts for a long time, surprisingly. Up next, I have a Taha Affair Devotion from Glasshouse Fragrances. Now, this is a perfume that I recently got that I'm really not impressed with. I thought it was going to be super sweet and delicious, like the candle that I love from them. You really are getting the black amber and the dried driftwood, as well as a little bit of sea salt. I don't get much caramel or sweet notes in it, so this was kind of a letdown. It doesn't really last long at all. I tried to return it and they wouldn't let me, so now I am stuck with it. This is my favorite everyday springtime perfume. It's Love Relentlessly by TORY BURCH. A friend actually gave this to me many years ago and I still have it. It is so good. The notes that I get the most out of this are the amber, the pink pepper, and the raspberry, maybe a little bit of the lychee and the jasmine. It smells so juicy and delicious, but like slightly sultry, but in kind of like a light springy way. I don't know, it's just so good. You should try this. I definitely think it would be appropriate for working in an office, even a date, going on a brunch, literally anything. It's like my all-purpose perfume in the spring. Up next is a perfume that kind of confuses me. Something about this screams pencil shavings and vanilla to me. I'm not sure what. I don't know if it's the mix, between the musk and the patchouli, but I can only do one of those notes in a small amount in a perfume or else I don't like it. I do not like super musky or super patchouli forward fragrances, so having them both together is just screaming pencil shavings at me, and I'm trying to love this perfume, but I can't get on board. I don't understand the hype, but if you like kind of musky vanilla fragrances, then this is definitely a good one for that. On a more positive note, Burberry Brit for Her is so good. It is the most fresh gourmand scent that I own. So on the top notes, you get that lime and pear that make it super fresh. But on the dry down, you're getting more of those base and middle notes. So like the candy almonds, the amber, and the vanilla. It's so delicious. And if you haven't tried gourmand perfumes before, this is a great one to try because it has those fresh notes that kind of cut through the sweetness and bring something like light and bright to the perfume. One of my absolute favorites, I highly recommend. And this one is more affordable and it lasts forever. So up next we have Fresh Cream by Philosophy. So this fragrance isn't super complex. You don't have any top notes that you don't smell during the dry down and vice versa. So you're really getting a fresh cream scent from this. I would consider this kind of a like mature marshmallow scent. So you're getting the smell of the marshmallow through the whipped cream and the powdery notes. However, it's not super crazy sweet like my Vanille perfume is from ATTRAPE-REVES. So definitely recommend this one because of its affordability. It's super accessible. Anybody can get their hands on this. And for 4 ounces, it's super affordable. Definitely give it a try if you like a fresh cream scent. And yeah, not much to say about it. It's pretty basic. The next perfume I have to talk about is LAVANILLA's Vanilla Sugarcane. Now they have a line of about 6 vanilla fragrances, and this is the most pure sugarcane smelling one. As a base note, we have bourbon vanilla, and then the vanilla flower mixes with that in the middle. And on the top, we have sugar and orange. So I would say this is kind of a complex vanilla because you're not getting a straight vanilla bean scent. You're getting that orange in there that makes it slightly warm and cozy, but it's not a super warm fragrance, if that makes sense. There's no like amber notes in it. It's a clean vanilla that leans a little bit warm and cozy, perfect for honestly any time of the year. I like other vanillas a little bit more, but this is still a really good option. I also want to mention that this fragrance is super affordable. I think it was only $48, and I think they're on sale right now for $36, so I'll link everything down below. This is another Kilian fragrance that I own. It's Kilian's Princess, and this is an absolutely delicious fragrance. It smells so good. Between the marshmallow and the green tea and the lemon, I really can't pick out one single note from this, but overall it smells absolutely amazing. It is a must try. I think it's going out of stock though because I could only get the travel spray, so just keep that in mind. It is so good though. We only have a few more perfumes to go through. We're almost done, but this is Cream Vanille, and it's from a brand, I think it's called Gourmand. I get it at Urban Outfitters, but this smells so delicious. It's one of my favorite affordable vanilla perfumes. So it has notes of whipped cream, apricot, jasmine, brown sugar, and amber. I can smell all of those, and they're kind of just mixed up. It's absolutely gourmand. It's absolutely delicious. I highly recommend it because it's at such an affordable price point, and it smells so good. This next perfume is also from the same brand that I get from Urban Outfitters. This one is Pistachio Brulee, and it's so funny because the notes are milk mousse, pistachio, and vanilla, and I don't get any of those notes, but it still smells so good. It's slightly creamy and sweet, but I literally can't describe it, but it smells so good though. And this one's only $18 for 1 ounce, so very affordable, and it doesn't have the best longevity, but at the price point, I don't even mind because I can tuck this into my purse and reapply it when I need it. Up next, I have Santal Vanille from the 7 Virtues. Now, this is a really weird scent for me, to be honest with you. Between the sandalwood and the cedar and the pepper and the coconut milk and the cardamom, it's just such an interesting fragrance, but I think this would make an amazing candle, but I would never wear this as a personal fragrance. I think there's too much going on, and it's a little too savory for me for a perfume. I almost think it's a cologne, or maybe it's unisex. Last but not least, we have my most favorite fragrance that I own. This is ATTRAPE-REVES Vanille Perfume. It has notes of cotton candy and vanilla. The most prominent note is vanilla. It just smells like a complex vanilla, and now that I know that there's a cotton candy note in it, I can honestly smell that, where before I couldn't pick that out. So I love this so much. I recommend it to everybody. It makes a great layering perfume. You can wear it on your own. Literally, you cannot go wrong with this one. I could not suggest it enough. I also wanted to just quickly mention that these glass dishes with lids that I got off of Amazon are where I store my sample perfumes. So I have a larger one where I keep my travel fragrances and then my overflow of sample sizes, and then I have a smaller one because it came in a set, and that's where I keep the bulk of my sample sizes that I get from like Sephora or subscription boxes, stuff like that, or if I outright buy samples to test out perfumes. But this is the look of my collection overall. These are all the amazing perfumes that I own right now. I do have a few more coming in. I do have a couple more fragrance videos that I've already planned out for you guys, so keep on the lookout for those. Are going to be coming later this month. But I've just been really enjoying fragrance lately. I've been more in the mood to wear it. I know in 2020 I didn't wear it at all, so now I'm kind of making up for it now. But I will link all of this down below so you can see everything that I picked out. And then this last shot here, I was cracking up because I saw my fragrances lined up like a little army next to my flowers. So I was like, you know what? They need to see the little army plus another shot of my beautiful, beautiful Trader Joe's flowers. But I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.